In analyzing whether or not a person should have a private foundation versus a donor-advised fund, there's a lot of different factors. If it's just a means to have an immediate income tax deduction and then to be able to fund different organizations for a number of years, and there's nothing else really associated with that, then definitely donor-advised fund.
The very nice thing about contributing to a donor-advised fund is the idea that you can take a sum certain, you can take cash, you can take appreciated property, you can give it to the charity today, you get your deduction today, and then you can decide how you want that money spent down the road. So you don't necessarily have to give those dollars today to the charity of your choice, but you can spread it out over time, you can give to selected charities, and the name of the donor advised fund can be my name is Cheryl Ross, the Cheryl Ross Donor Advised Fund is making the contribution, and it makes you feel very attached to that donation, so it's something really personal.
It's a great way to make a gift today that keeps on giving over time. So you could set up a donor advised fund either on your own or with a specific charity that would be the sponsor of that fund. Make a contribution to to the DAF, the donor advised fund today, and then over time direct how that money is going to be dispersed, whether it's to a specific charity or to a group of charities. So it's really a pretty a less intense way of making large contributions that are going to sort of live over time and give benefit to the charities that you think are important to you. Then let's say something like a private foundation, which is much more complex in the setup, the annual operations. There's more complicated tax rules related to what you have to do with the funds each year. So the donor advised fund could be a nice alternative to something like that.
When considering a private foundation, you must consider that the minimum distribution requirement and can the amount contributed in those assets sustain the administrative overhead costs with the compliance, and also that distribution requirement versus the donor advised fund does not have the minimum distribution requirement and the overhead associated with determining what grants to give out in the community, where to make the impact. That's all done by the sponsoring organization, and so it's really a means to still get to the same goal, but not having that administrative burden.